or an apple, nothing much else for fruit there, and tofu as well, and beans. I do eat a lot of beans, and I try to bake with beans because I have a really bad sweet tooth, and that's my weakness, so I try to make my baking as healthy as possible by making a lot of like black bean brownies, which is in the recipe book, and protein powder balls and things like that that satisfy my sweet craving and give me a boost of protein. So I definitely have become really good at making high protein, delicious, sweet baked goods.
Excellent, because that is maybe one of the biggest parts of maybe becoming a vegan, taking out the milk and the eggs, and people are lost of, what else can I eat and how else can I make these sweet, tasty foods without eating the animal products. So, those types of foods or those types of recipes will be excellent for, people to look for and look at for themselves. Now, you kind of answered my next question in the probably the big question. Whenever anyone says, I'm a vegan, the first question you get asked, where do you get your protein from? That's probably the first question. Now, obviously, you kind of get yours from the supplements. Are there any other foods, if people aren't thinking of taking these, rice proteins and hemp proteins, what types of food will they get them from?
Well, see, with the bikini division that I compete in, you really have to watch the fats. So it's harder for me. I would tell a normal vegan or person thinking about going vegan is to eat a lot of nuts and seeds because those are very high in protein. It's harder to eat a lot of those when you're trying to lean down because they are very high fat content. So another good one is tempeh. I'm always telling people eat a lot of tempeh. Tofu, I mean, there's a lot of argument about that one with it being very processed and genetically modified. Tempeh is a little bit better because it's the fermented version, so it is healthier for you and less processed. So I do eat a lot of that, and then beans. Beans, I probably eat beans 2-3 times a day, and like I said, I bake with them. There's tons of stuff you can do with beans, and they're a great way to make things gluten-free as well in terms of baking. And I'm now obsessed with chickpea cookies. That's my latest obsession, and they're really quite good.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I do like my chickpeas. I've never tried them in cookies, but I do like my chickpeas. So.
Do you have a sweet tooth too? That's my weakness. Like salt, I couldn't care less about, but desserts, oh, I need them.
Yeah, that's probably my one vice. I've been very good at sort of reducing certain foods in my diet and eating, more vegetables and so on and so forth. But it's the sweet tooth that gets me every time, and sometimes it can be a little bit more indulgent than maybe a lot of people think. But yeah, it is probably my one biggest vice.
Well, and I think it's too because we're athletes, like we're burning off so much energy that like our body wants that glucose or something like that. So you're just constantly craving something that's going to give you more energy to make up for all the energy you're burning or something. So I really try to only have sweets. If I do bake something, I'll try to eat it earlier in the day, and same with fruit, anything with natural sugar, dates, things like that, always in the earlier part of the day, and then lots of fats and proteins in the afternoon, evening.
Cool. So that kind of leads us quite nicely on to the next I guess maybe part of the interview. We've talked a little bit about your diet in general. So what would be your sort of normal exercise routine? Because obviously vegans maybe not so well known for their athletic ability, although it's now becoming a lot more, there's a lot more of a voice around vegan athletes these days. But what is your, just again, sort of a general exercise routine that you have for yourself just on like a weekly basis?
Okay, so right now, because I'm not competing, and I'm not competing anytime soon, so my exercise schedule is definitely not as crazy as before a competition, but I do cardio in the mornings, and right now I'm doing it about 4 days a week for just half an hour in the mornings, and then I'll do weights, again, only about half an hour, and I'm doing an upper body, lower body split right now, so I'll do upper body one day and then lower body the next, and I'm going to the gym 4 times a week right now. So definitely I'm not doing nearly as much exercise as if you're, getting ready to compete, but
What?
This worked.
Yeah, and what sort of let's say.